In the quiet land of the Shire, among rolling hills and green fields, lives a small and peaceful folk called hobbits, who love farming, feasting, and avoiding adventures whenever possible. Among them is Frodo Baggins, a young hobbit who has inherited from his eccentric uncle, Bilbo Baggins, a curious golden ring. This ring, unbeknownst to Frodo at first, is no ordinary trinket. Bilbo found it decades earlier during his own adventure, and it had strange effects on him, slowing his aging and giving him the ability to become invisible. But it also had a hidden darkness. When Bilbo finally leaves the Shire for good, the wise wizard Gandalf the Grey, a friend of the Baggins family, begins to suspect the truth about the ring. After long research, Gandalf returns to Frodo with grave news. The ring is in fact the One Ring, a powerful artifact created by the Dark Lord Sauron long ago in the fires of Mount Doom to dominate all of Middle-earth. Sauron was defeated centuries earlier, but his spirit has endured, and now his power grows again in the dark land of Mordor. If Sauron regains the ring, he will enslave the entire world. Gandalf warns Frodo that the ring must be taken far from the Shire, for Sauron's servants, the terrifying ringwraiths, are already searching for it. Frodo, though reluctant, accepts the burden and sets out from the Shire with his loyal friends Samwise Gamgee, Meriadoc Brandybuck, and Peregrine Took. Disguising their departure as a move to a new home in the countryside, they secretly leave in the night. Soon, the shadowy ringwraiths close in, their black cloaks and chilling cries filling the hobbits with dread. Guided by chance encounters and the advice of friendly folk, they make their way to the town of Bree, where they meet a tall, mysterious ranger named Strider. Strider, whose true name is Aragorn, proves to be a skilled guide and protector. He leads them on a dangerous path to the elven refuge of Rivendell, where they hope to find Gandalf. Along the way, the ringwraiths attack on the hill of Weathertop, and Frodo is wounded by a cursed blade. His injury is grave and almost fatal, but with great haste and the help of the elf lord Glorfindel in the book, in adaptations, often Arwen, they reach Rivendell just in time for Elrond, the master of the house, to heal him. In Rivendell, a great council is held with representatives of many free peoples, elves, dwarves, men, and hobbits. Gandalf explains that the ring cannot be hidden or used against Sauron, for it corrupts all who try to wield it. The only way to destroy it is to return it to the fiery chasm in Mount Doom where it was forged. This perilous journey will take them deep into Sauron's territory. Frodo, understanding the gravity of the task and feeling that no one else should bear the burden, volunteers to carry the ring to Mordor. A fellowship is formed to aid him. Aragorn the Ranger, Gandalf the Wizard, Legolas the Elf, Gimli the Dwarf, Boromir of Gondor, and Frodo's 3 hobbit companions. Together they set out from Rivendell, traveling through snowbound mountains, the dark mines of Moria, and the golden woods of Lothlorien. In Moria, they are attacked by orcs and the monstrous Balrog, a demon of shadow and flame from ancient times. Gandalf confronts the Balrog on the bridge of Khazad-dûm, telling the others to flee. In a desperate stand, he shouts, "You shall not pass," and breaks the bridge beneath the creature, but the Balrog's whip catches him, and both plunge into the abyss. The Fellowship is devastated, but Aragorn takes leadership and leads them onward. In Lothlorien, they are welcomed by Galadriel, the Lady of Light, who offers them counsel and gifts for their journey. Though tempted by the ring's power, she resists it, showing Frodo the consequences if she were to claim it. After leaving Lothlorien, tensions grow. Boromir, troubled by Gondor's desperate plight against Sauron, tries to take the ring from Frodo, believing it could be used to save his people. Frodo escapes and realizes the Fellowship cannot continue together without endangering each other. He decides to go to Mordor alone, but Sam insists on coming with him. Meanwhile, orcs attack, and Boromir redeems himself by defending Merry and Pippin, though he is mortally wounded. The orcs capture the 2 hobbits, intending to take them to Isengard, the stronghold of the treacherous wizard Saruman, who is allied with Sauron in hopes of gaining the ring for himself. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli pursue the captors, beginning a long chase across the plains of Rohan. Merry and Pippin manage to escape into the ancient Fangorn forest, where they encounter Treebeard, an Ent, one of the giant shepherds of the trees. Learning of Saruman's destruction of the forest, Treebeard calls the Ents to war against Isengard. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli meet the riders of Rohan, led by Eomer, who informs them that his king, Theoden, has been weakened by the manipulations of Saruman's servant Grima Wormtongue. They later find Gandalf, miraculously returned from death, as Gandalf the White after defeating the Balrog. Gandalf heals Theoden and rallies Rohan to resist Saruman's forces. The decisive battle takes place at Helm's Deep, where the defenders, though heavily outnumbered, hold the fortress until Gandalf arrives with reinforcements, scattering Saruman's army. Meanwhile, the Ents, led by Treebeard, march on Isengard, flooding it and imprisoning Saruman in his Tower of Orthanc. Frodo and Sam, journeying toward Mordor, realize they are being followed by Gollum, the twisted creature who once owned the ring and has been consumed by his desire to reclaim it. They capture him, and he swears to serve them as a guide. Gollum leads them through the Dead Marshes and to the Black Gate of Mordor, but finding it impassable, he suggests another way, the secret pass of Cirith Ungol. Along the way, the group is captured by the Rangers of Ithilien, led by Faramir, Boromir's brother. Unlike Boromir, Faramir resists the temptation of the ring and helps Frodo on his way. Gollum, however, plots to betray them, leading Frodo into the lair of the monstrous spider Shelob. Frodo is stung and paralyzed, and Sam, believing him dead, takes the ring to continue the quest. When Sam learns Frodo is still alive but captured by orcs, he rescues him, and together they press on toward Mount Doom. As Sauron's forces gather, Aragorn reveals his true heritage as the heir to the throne of Gondor. With the help of the dead men of Dunharrow, bound to fulfill an ancient oath, he secures victory for Gondor at the port city of Pelargir, then sails to Minas Tirith, Gondor's capital, arriving in time to turn the tide at the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. Theoden falls in battle, but Eowyn, his niece, disguised as a man, and Merry together slay the Witch King, leader of the Ringwraiths, fulfilling the prophecy that no man could kill him. With Gondor and Rohan united, Aragorn leads a final march to the Black Gate to distract Sauron, giving Frodo and Sam their last chance. Exhausted and near death, Frodo and Sam reach Mount Doom, but at the very brink, Frodo claims the ring for himself. Gollum, who has followed them, attacks and bites off Frodo's finger, reclaiming the ring. In his frenzy, Gollum falls into the fiery chasm, destroying the ring and himself. Sauron's power collapses, his armies scatter, and his great fortress of Barad-dûr crumbles. The free peoples of Middle-earth rejoice at the victory, though Frodo, deeply scarred by the journey, never truly recovers from his wounds, both physical and spiritual. Aragorn is crowned King Elisar of Gondor and marries Arwen, the elven daughter of Elrond. The hobbits return to the Shire to find it corrupted by petty tyrants led by none other than Saruman, who has escaped his imprisonment. They lead a revolt, known as the Scouring of the Shire, driving out the intruders and restoring their homeland. Peace returns, but Frodo finds he no longer fits in the simple life he once loved. In the end, he sails west to the Undying Lands with Gandalf, Bilbo, and the last of the elves, seeking healing that cannot be found in Middle-earth. Sam returns to the Shire, marries Rosie Cotton, and raises a family, cherishing the peace won through so much struggle. The tale closes with the knowledge that courage, friendship, and sacrifice had preserved the light of the world against the shadow of evil.